Hi, good afternoon. You can just call me Nars. That's my nickname. Narayan. Okay. Yes. Uh, the most recent, yes. Okay. Hmm. Wait, let me check my email. Hold on. Joey De Deblois. Deblois? Joey Deblois. Actually, yeah, because I have a motorcycle, so I think it's gonna be around 15 to 30 minutes, depending on the traffic in BGC. But yeah, I'm naman about work on McKinley. Okay, I'm good with it. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, I have my TR and diploma with me. Not within the next 5 years, I think. I'm not planning to study anymore. Mm. Ah. For the most recent one, I work with Genpac Philippines. Um, our partner there is Meta, like the platform, Meta platforms. My position is a thread specialist. So basically, what we do is we handle social media accounts, particularly Instagram, Threads, TikTok. Excuse me, edits, the most recent one that they launched. So our day-to-day job is to handle the accounts whether there's a violation. We also the first one that beta test the updates, or if there's a new app that the Meta will going to launch. We are the dog fooders, so we try it before they release it in public. We enhance it. We also the first contact to report on software engineer if in case there's an issue with the app. Like for example, Messenger, the Messenger app. So I'm not quite sure if you remember. There's an outage in the Philippines. Like the Messenger was down for a couple of hours. So we also handle those type of concerns. So any social media related meta platforms we handle. And then yeah, I forgot to mention. Yeah, so I only been 7 or 8 months, 8 months approximately. The reason for leaving is due to redundancy. It's out of my control. I'm not quite sure why, but They said it's business related like decision, but it's more on AI enhancement. Like due to AI updates right now, we need to be equipped as well for AI programs. So the company or Genpact move their outsourcing instead on the Philippines. They moved to India since it's much cheaper the labor cost on that country. So that's the reason as well. And then I also work in Infosys. This is let me check my resume. I'm not quite familiar with it. I think it's July to August. Yeah, 2025 as well. Uh, the reason why I didn't stay long on that company because during that time when I'm with them, I have an issue with my thesis, like a minor revision in my research paper, and my professor like informed me that I need um, to update those um, revision on my thesis. So I've been able to stay there for Infosys on almost 2 months. My position with them is senior. Let me check. Let, where's my resume? Just give me a moment. Ah, yeah, sorry. Now I have my visuals and management. In senior process executive. So it's we also in line with financial campaign. It's the line of business that I handle there is like for insurance retirement plan. Like I'm not quite sure if you're familiar with Vanguard. Like so that's where we work like typical retirement plans, 401k plans, like trust funds, those things. But unfortunately, I was not able to continue with them. That's the reason because with my thesis. But if ever there's no issue during that time, I would stay longer because the benefits and the work culture on that company is very great. Like um, the training and like the training and the people there are very accommodating when it comes to teaching us new knowledge and training. They are also providing us lectures, we call this assessments to be familiarized with all of these materials. So unfortunately, it saddened me that I need to leave the company for some time to focus on my research. 2 months, yes, exactly. Yeah, it was briefly discussed during training, but when I'm about to be indoors on the production, but as life has other plans, I was not able to move forward. So, but it was briefly discussed with our trainers regarding on that subject. Yes. Yeah, actually there are two more, but the other one is it's not a BPO related field. I tried to venture other opportunities. So starting in 2025, I tried real estate. So I become a sales and leasing associate in Sederny. My position there, well typical closer of deals when it comes to condominium units here in Metro Manila, particularly in BGC in Ayala. So my job there is to set an appointment, meet with the potential clients for the viewings of the unit or property. So we are selling and leasing properties. So I've been able to stay with them for 6 months. Unfortunately, it's a good experience though. Unfortunately, when you are in the real estate, it's not like what do you call this? Like um, not systematic, but it's more on dynamic structure. Like your earning potential there will varies depending on the market as well. For example, during that time, I remember it's the Pogo Exodus. If you're familiar, like the exit of Pogos here in the Philippines greatly affected the market during that time, and I tried to stay much longer, but um, during that time, the most um, issue that I encounter is regarding with financial um, capability, because we are only limited for allowance, and if we don't close, we cannot earn commission. Though it's a great career, like if you're it's a long term investment. Like if become a great seller, who knows? I mean, you can earn millions. But during that time, I said to myself that since I'm still doing my research, if I don't have an income or like structured income, I'm not be able to support myself. That's why the move to go back on BPO uh, happened. Like I unfortunately it's also 1 month after that. So yeah, I stayed there for 6 months, gained some experience, especially negotiating with people. That's the most skill that I acquired during my tenureship with them. Like know how to deal with different types of clients or people, learn the psychology of selling, because typically clients who is a high roller, it's not quite obvious. Like they don't show luxurious items. Like they're typical ordinary people, but they are have a lot of money. So I think what I learned during my time with them is know how to deal with people and to negotiate as well. Because if you're a great negotiator, you can find a win-win situation for the clients and for your firm or company. In Amazon, uh, this is the most or like the longest work experience that I have. I've been able to stay with the company for 3 years and 7 months. I was able to handle two line of business with them. During my first year, I was able to as like I was assigned to retail department. So typical stuff with Amazon. It's online platform for online shopping. Like it's like Lazada or Shopee, but in US and Canada. So my day-to-day job with them is to provide assistance with customer. It's like the typical customer service thing. We assist the client or customer. They have some issue with their logistics, like the issue with delivery. We also process replacement, refund, other typical concerns of the customer. And then after a year, I was transferred to a higher line of business with them. It's more on technical and security side. I was able to be transferred to accounting support. So it's more on fraudulent activities, like if the customer report that they receive unauthorized charges, we are the one who handle those type of concern. Like typical with the scammer or hackers, because some of the customer also handle business account with Amazon, so we are the one to provide security with them. What else? So if, for example, the customer don't recognize the charge and it's like a high value items, we also the one to file a report. We also the one to suppress account if there's a suspicious activity. Like for example, if the orders are typical purchase history, the pattern of the purchase history, like for example, they just bought um, like a typical low value item, and then all of a sudden they bought, like for example, iPhone, any type of luxurious item. Then we review those history, if it's the customer who purchased it. And yeah, most of that I think that's it. Mm. Yeah. So, quick story. Yeah, I was about to graduate, I think, but I still doing my thesis during that time. Then the reason why I left the company due to proximity, like location wise, it's the our site or office is located in Pasay, and typically my commute time with them, I need to allot at least 1 hour and 30 minutes or maximum 2 hours depending on the traffic or my schedule. But during graveyard shift, the um, the challenges that I experience is public transport, because during that time it's also pandemic, so I'm only relying on buses like and sa carousel, and typically MRTs close by 10:30 p.m. late. So more on commute and the proximity location of the site. After 3 years and 7 months, I try to think of other company that is much nearer on my location because I'm located in Taguig. So during that time, the move is more on like being productive at work while having a maintaining a work and life balance. Because if you spend 2 to 4 hours like commute time, it's much tiring I think than the work itself, because you need to adjust your commute time depending on the traffic as well. So yeah, that's the reason why. My basic with them is 34, but we have what we call some metric allowance. Like if we hit quota or targets, you can earn as much as 4,000 to 5,000. So my average month with them, since I'm a performer as well, like I hit that quota, I can earn with them 37 to 38. But with this CGI, I'm looking forward with an increase as well with my salary, since uh, leaving the company, I want to have as well as a growth in salary. I'm looking with 42,000 and up, that range, 42 to 45. Right. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm thinking because yeah, I was reprofiled on this account, and yes, yes, yes. I do understand. Is there any way that they could at least match it 32K max? I see, I see. Clara, are you also familiar with the possible start date of this campaign? Excuse me. I see. Well, yeah, I think you can, you know, so about a month. So last week of September, right? Mm. Mm. I do understand. Yeah, I was just thinking. So maximum like the package you mentioned, 30k, 30k. Wait, let me check. And the background check will start. Sorry, just to have a detail on the hiring process. After this interview, if I move forward, there will be a final interview. This is because this is just an initial interview, or what? What? Hmm. Hmm. Just taking note of that. Um, sorry, you mentioned L1. You mentioned L1 interview, right? The process. This is HR interview. Um, Nisha. Okay. Sorry, you mentioned two assessment as well. Okay, you can put my name like think I'm gonna move forward then. So yeah, you can put me on active. Hmm. Yes. 6 p.m. today, right? 'Kay. Okay. You mentioned wealth and asset management, right? Okay. No, I'm just clarifying. So I'm gonna do some research as well. That's it for me. I don't have any particular questions at the moment. Yeah. You're gonna. Sorry. Do you send it through email the link, or how will I be able to join? Is it the same link? Okay. Okay. Thank you, Clara. Bye.